Please rise and welcome the class of 2022.
Good morning. Welcome. Please make yourselves comfortable. My name is Michael Turner, and it is my honor and privilege to serve as head of school here at Shipley, and I am delighted to welcome all of you here to our beautiful campus on a beautiful day, and welcome to all of our friends, family, and loved ones online who are joining us from afar. Special welcome to our Board of Trustees, to our colleagues, to family and friends, to students and alumni of the Shipley School, and of course, most especially to the members of the class of 2022. Well, gang, you made it. It has been one long and winding journey, to be sure, that has arrived you at this milestone moment, a journey that began way back in kindergarten, which to you seems like a really long time ago, but I am sure to many of your family and friends in the audience seems about an instant ago. And so like any long journey, any odyssey that's worthy of our efforts, it's at these milestone moments that we pause, we take stock on all that we've accumulated along the journey, all that we've lost along the way, and to reflect on what's been done, what's been accomplished, and what is still yet to do, what is still yet to accomplish. And we realize, or at least at the ripe old age of 17 or 18, we think we begin to realize how long and hard and beautiful this journey has been, and how long and beautiful the journey to come might be. But of course, this is not the end of the journey. There's a reason we call this commencement. It is really just the beginning. And as those in the audience know who've been to one or two of these, it may well be a long and lustrous journey, this next leg. And as I shared with you the other night at Baccalaureate, that is my wish for you. So this day, this commencement, that's just exactly what we will do. We will send you along your way, holding in your hands the highest honor bestowed by the Shipley School, a diploma, indicating that you are a person who strives for educational excellence, who loves learning, and who is prepared and excited to be a compassionate participant in the world. And of course, someone who lives our motto, to do all of that with courage for the deed and grace for the doing. But before I welcome those to come forward who will speed you on your way, a few notes of recognition and gratitude are in order. So, we are grateful for all of those who made today's celebration possible. Our physical plant and cleaning crew. The communication and technology teams who are making it possible for folks to join remotely. Our performing arts faculty and ensemble. And our upper school colleagues, deans, and administrators who did all the planning and orchestration of today's events. Thank you to them. I'd like to make special note recognition and ask him to stand and receive our thanks to our longtime head of school, and for most graduates, the person who led them for the majority of their journey here at Shipley and laid the foundation for all that we celebrate today, Dr. Steve Pilch. Steve, thanks for being here. Really appreciate your presence and all the work that you've done. We also owe thanks to our speaker, our longtime trustee and retiring board chair, Brooksley Weiling, who's the graduates and families here and all those who we're thanking and who celebrate. There are many people who our graduates have to thank for this milestone along their journey. I am not sure yet, though, if anyone deserves more credit for more impact on these students, particularly over these last few laps around the track, than Brooksley Wiley. Mr. Ryan will introduce Ms. Wiley to us here in a moment, But one of the hallmarks of my own leadership philosophy is based on servant leadership, right? To serve and try to those in front of you, right? To take joy in the success of others. And Miss Wiley has done exactly that throughout her tenure and time here at Shipley, which began as a parent in 2001, and it concludes today with her commencement address. So I would ask everyone to join me in thanking Miss Wiley for her service to Shipley. Of course, we express our gratitude not just to those who've made this day possible and our graduates, but for your Shipley experience, be it long or short. Our colleagues, teachers, coaches, current and former, present and far away, a round of applause for all those who partnered with us in this. There are friends and classmates, cousins, and our extended family, and I'd like to just pause finally with those family members. I mentioned that word partnership. There is no greater partnership in education than that between an independent school family and its faculty. We work in close quarters in independent schools, and it's delicate and important work, and over these last couple of years, particularly so, filled with anxiety, fear, hopes, and uncertainty. The families who've walked that path with us, who've been along this journey to this point, and who will continue with our graduates, are deserving of special recognition. And as I said to the graduates throughout this week, I hope that they take every opportunity to practice gratitude with hugs and kisses and handshakes to say thank you, not just for this part, but for the parts to come. So there are 67 of you families who are graduating today as well. I would ask them to stand and receive our thanks as they graduate too. Those of you who have a graduate who is leaving today, whether it's your youngest or your only or both in some cases, or those who are simply moving on to another place. Our graduating families, would you please stand up and receive our thanks? The old saying goes, once a Gator, always a Gator. We hope you come back as your graduates do. Visit us often, right? Just because they're leaving doesn't mean you have to do as well. So we hope you'll pay us a visit. 15 families will be back again, sitting here in these chairs once more. But I do hope that you take a moment and cherish this as the parent of multiple children. Each one, as you know, is special. So I hope that you revel in their accomplishments today. 25 of our graduates have siblings who've walked this path before, whether it was in this space, out on the turf. 6 of our graduates are the children or grandchildren of colleagues or trustees. 6 are the children of alumni, and I actually ask those alums to stand and receive our praise. I'll list their names and then we can celebrate them together. Betsy Block, class of '83. Jennifer Connolly Farnham, class of 1990. Elizabeth Everett, class of 1985. John Hexker, class of 1990. Bill McMichael, class of 1991. And Paige Slater, class of 1979. Congratulations and welcome back. That was pretty quick, Paige. You were up and down pretty fast there. I know we have other proud alumni in the audience, and I would ask all of our alumni and honorary alumni to please rise, receive our welcome and our thanks. I will just make note of a particular note, a recent honorary alum who is also graduating with this class this year, their class dean, Chuck Amadon, who's not allowed to leave Shipley yet, but is stepping down as a grade dean. So this is his final year as a grade dean here at Shipley, and so we thought it appropriate to bestow that honor on him. Mr. Amadon, where are you? And so welcome. Welcome to this space, to this place, to this celebration, to this marking of a milestone, to this ending, this reflection, and this commencement, to begin this journey and to mark the end of another. So with that, congratulations to the class of 2022, and I would welcome you to celebrate with us Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll invite our singing group to come up and join us.
Good morning. I would like to open the ceremony by reading the poem To My Friends by Primo Levi, a 20th century Italian chemist turned poet. This is dedicated to our dear seniors. To my friends. Dear friends, and here I say friends in the broad sense of the word, spouse, sibling, associates, relatives, schoolmates, people seen only once or frequented all my life, provided that between us for at least one moment a line has been stretched, a well-defined bond. I speak for you, companions of a crowded road, not without its difficulties, and for you too, who have lost soul, courage, desire, or no one, or someone, or perhaps only one person, or you who are reading me. Remember the time before the wax hardened, when everyone was like a seal. Each of us bears the imprint of a friend met along the way, in each the trace of each. For good or evil, in wisdom or in folly, everyone stamped by everyone. Now that the time crowds in and the undertakings are finished, to all of you the humble wish that autumn will be long and mild. I share this poem with you today because it reminded me of you and the wonderful imprint that you have left on all of us here today. We thank you for the wisdom, laughter, and incredible heart that each of you has shown over the years. Shipley will definitely not be the same without you next year, but know that your imprint has been left on all of the friends, in the larger sense of the word, that you leave behind. Remember, too, that each of us carries the imprint of a friend met along the way. You have all found amazing friends on your journey, and we cannot wait to hear the incredible things that you will do in college and beyond. We congratulate you and wish you the best of luck.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure at this point in our program to introduce this year's commencement speaker and chair of the Board of Trustees, Brooksley Wiley. Brooksley and I have not had a lot of time to get to know each other. So as I worked to prepare my remarks, I was overwhelmed by all that I learned of her accomplishments during her leadership of the board. I also learned that she does not like being made the center of attention in public settings like this one. Sorry, Brooksley. It would be impossible to do justice, however, to her legacy and work without at least mentioning a few of her accomplishments. Don't worry, I'll keep it short and sweet, Brooksley. Brooksley has been a committed member of the Shipley community since 2001, first and foremost as a parent, but also as a grade level coordinator, Shipley Shops volunteer, admissions open house tour guide, annual fund volunteer. I think you get the picture. She's done quite a bit here. With her family, Brooksley has been a loyal donor to the school and has advocated for philanthropy on the school's behalf on a number of occasions. Brooksley joined the Board of Trustees in 2010, served as vice chair from 2014 to 2017, and became chair of the board in 2017. Since that time, she has led the board through a series of important moments in the life of the school: a headship transition, the development of the DEI strategic plan, and even a small thing called a global pandemic. Great job, Brooksley. She served as tri-chair of the Foundations of Success campaign as well, through which Shipley raised nearly $51 million to support a transformation of the upper campus and boost the school's endowment. Undoubtedly, Brooksley's unselfish, committed leadership has helped Shipley move its mission and vision forward into the 21st century, as she's embodied the school's motto through courageous action on behalf of the school and with a gracious disposition. Finally, I would be remiss to not point out that Brooksley and I connect at this moment, at the end of the final year of her tenure, and at the end of the first year of mine. As I continue my journey here at the Shipley School, I will be grateful for the opportunity to have known and worked alongside Brooksley, and will take with me her legacy of courage and grace forward into my work here at the school. It is now my pleasure to invite to the stage in her final year as chair of the Board of Trustees, Brooksley Wiley.
Goodness. I hope you all will excuse the Diet Coke. I am likely to get very dry. Good morning, parents, colleagues, and friends. Good morning, Shipley class of 2022. It's my honor and pleasure to speak with you here today. I'm going to honor this setup and speak to the parents, but I did write this for you, so I hope you'll hear it in that regard. First and foremost, congratulations. Today is a momentous occasion, and you should all be very proud of what you've accomplished. I am aware that you do not know me, and unless your graduation speaker is someone famous, I expect this address is something you just want to be over so you can receive your diploma over there and begin celebrating with your family and friends. So I will try to be brief. I did hear this morning about a graduation speech that was 1 hour and 52 minutes. I absolutely promise not to be that long. Although I know that you have probably heard this a lot in the past few weeks, I'd like to start by acknowledging that you have not had a normal high school experience. In your freshman year, as a community, we celebrated Steve Pilch's remarkable 27-year tenure with the school and also the school's 125th anniversary. It was a big year. Implicit in these celebrations was a set of expectations about what high school would be like for you. The following year started with great promise as we welcomed Michael Turner and his family to campus, and then in March, everything got turned on its head. How many of you had a kaleidoscope at some point in your childhood? It's a little toy that looks like this. If you didn't, we have one for you when you leave. And for those who don't know, a kaleidoscope is a cylindrical tube with mirrors that is filled usually with pieces of broken glass. As you turn it, or point it in a different direction, or shake it, the interplay of inclined mirrors, light, and reflections create a changing pattern. Imagine for a moment looking at all of the pieces of your life and your expectations for your future through a kaleidoscope. Before March 2020, it hopefully all looked pretty good. And COVID was then a big turn, or maybe even a monstrous shake of the kaleidoscope that jumbled the picture. For me, in the beginning, COVID was both terrifying and exhausting. Then it was just exhausting. At all times, it was profoundly limiting. It felt like it was all work, all the time. I found myself living in my childhood bedroom to be able to take care of aging parents, who I adore, and I was very happy to do that, but it was a really different life from my life a short time before. Staying in touch with friends happened only on the phone or maybe on a Zoom, and social circles got really small. I cannot know what you feel you had to give up, and I don't presume to know how this impacted each of you individually. What I do know is that we all had no choice but to try our best to manage through. While today is about you, I'd like to take a minute to also acknowledge the work of your teachers and the Shipley staff during COVID. Throughout the pandemic, I spent a lot of time understanding what was happening at other area schools and generally around the country. And Shipley colleagues were absolutely amazing. They created an online curriculum in the space of 2 or 3 weeks. They mastered the art of teaching to a hybrid classroom, which is no small feat. I still cannot effectively run a hybrid meeting. Classes remained interesting, I hope, and you did not lose ground academically. They didn't let you know it necessarily, but your teachers had all the same fears and frustrations that you did. But they rose to the challenge, put you, students, first, and did an extraordinary job of keeping you safe, getting you back on campus, and they really tried, and I hope succeeded in spaces, to maintain their relationships with you, create community for you, and inject a little levity and a little fun into your days. I hope you all will join me in thanking your teachers and the Shipley staff for their extraordinary efforts. To not acknowledge COVID today would feel like it ignores something fundamental about your high school experience. but it is a happier thing to focus on what is ahead of you as you prepare for college. As you think about college and beyond, I encourage you to do 3 things that have served me well in a range of situations over a pretty long lifetime. Find and fully engage in the things that you are passionate about. Try new things to broaden and deepen your worldview and learn what you love. And really engage with the people you surround yourself with. These relationships are more important than you realize. 50 or so years ago, I was one of many young girls who caught the gymnastics bug watching Olga Korbut in the Olympics. Olga Korbut is the 50 or so years ago Simone Biles for the vast majority of you who have no idea who she is. I was 4 feet 10 inches tall. I had great coaches and I trained 7 days a week. And I enjoyed a not small measure of success, so I stayed at it until I got hurt at the end of my junior year. Gymnastics taught me many things. It taught me to be resilient. Gymnasts fall many, many times before they have mastered a trick or a routine. It taught me that perfection is worth seeking, but is often unattainable or is at best fleeting. It taught me that your competition wants success as badly as you do. Although it is an individual sport, it taught me to be a good teammate and how to work with others towards both individual and common goals. And it taught me that things can change when you least expect it. I did not expect to grow 8 inches in 6 months when I got hurt at the end of my junior year. And when that happened, I found I could not go back. I had to forge a different path forward. My experiences in the gym paved the way for me to be passionate about and really commit to other endeavors in my life, my education and learning in general, the practice of law, parenting, community service. This commitment also, however, came at a price, and that was an important lesson. My singular focus kept me from engaging in other activities, which was limiting. It was only when I got to college that I realized how narrow my life view was at that time, how few pieces of glass I had at the end of my life kaleidoscope. You may think you know, and some of you may in fact know, what you love and what you want to do with your life. But there is always room to broaden and deepen your life view. There is always room to add pieces of glass to your kaleidoscope, or to shake it, or to change the direction it's pointed in, to alter the light and the perspective that you see. You are all about to embark on a fabulous journey. College is the time in your life when most likely you will have the greatest freedom, the most discretionary time, a plethora of opportunity, and the fewest responsibilities. Trust me, that's a fabulous combination. In college, you will be surrounded by intelligent, interesting people who have talents and perspectives that are different from yours in an exciting academic and social setting. Take full advantage, be bold, and embrace it. Be curious, try new things, be ambitious with your goals, be bold with your decisions. Don't worry if something doesn't fit neatly into your life plan. This is often where the greatest growth happens and your best opportunities are realized. By the way, life doesn't follow the path you think it will anyway. For a week during my senior year in high school, my class participated in a workshop with a career consultant. It was kind of a condensed seed curriculum, if you can imagine, and I came out of that week with a blue binder that, in theory, told me what kind of person I was, what would make me happy, and set out a roadmap for my future. It's fun to look back at that binder, but I have to tell you, almost none of what was predicted there actually happened. I did not get into the college that everyone assumed I would attend the entire time I was in high school. And wow, I still remember having to tell my parents about that rejection. In 1998, I moved temporarily to the East Coast from the West Coast, only to find that a 2 to 3 year move stretched into 24, and I have loved calling the main line my home. When it was clear that we were not going back to the West Coast, I gave up my law career and instead used my education and training in a range of other ways, among them the Shipley Board. Many of these changes in life plan were scary. I had no idea how they were going to work out. But things that initially seemed like huge disappointments or unsettling changes provided great opportunity. So if you're sitting on this stage wondering and maybe worrying about what your future holds, if you're not really sure about heading off to college, know that you're not alone. It's okay to be scared or unsure. You just have to be scared and do it anyway. The rewards will come. Your generation really has no choice but to get comfortable with uncertainty. Most of you will ultimately have jobs that don't exist today in industries and using technologies that we can't presently imagine. The world is changing very quickly, and the process of defining the industries and technologies of the future is something that you will all be called upon to do. So keep learning as much as you can, adding to your knowledge and broadening your life view. As you work to find your path forward, please be mindful of the need to learn about all people and all ways of life. Listen to the loud voices, but also to those that are hard to hear. Ask every question. Really work to understand and acknowledge the biases and perspectives that shape how you experience the world, and then seek to learn about those that are different from your own. We live in an increasingly interconnected world. If COVID has taught us anything, maybe it is how dependent we are on each other and how much impact each of us has on all facets of life for everyone else. If we are going to find ways to meet the demands and challenges of the future, we have to work together with mutual understanding, respect, and trust. And that starts by getting to know the people you surround yourself with. As you seek to broaden your understanding of the world around you, get involved and engage personally with the people that you meet and work with. If you fully engage, you will find yourself surrounded by interesting, kind, caring, funny, and intelligent people with different perspectives and life experiences. Invest in each of these relationships. Let the people who matter to you know how important they are. Over the course of your life, there will be totally unforeseen accomplishments and things that bring you great joy. And life will take unexpected paths, throw curveballs, and sometimes worse. If you have surrounded yourself with and really invested in the people you care about, your family, your friends, your coworkers, they will share in and celebrate your accomplishments with you. They will also sustain you through the more challenging times and support you if you are faced with devastating loss. 6 years ago, in the face of a devastating loss, and for those of you who don't know, I lost my son in the summer of 2016, it was tempting to pull back and retreat from the world. There is not a day that goes by that I don't miss him and wonder what his 23-year-old life would be like now. But rather than retreating, I did what I could to support my family. I spent time with my friends and with my sons. I continued to manage his youth soccer team and others, and I stayed on the Shipley board. Staying involved, staying committed to the things that I was passionate about did not negate my loss, but my family and friends and his, our community, helped me live with what was overwhelming grief. Leaving family, friends, and soccer aside, I'd like to reflect briefly on my time with the board. I have gotten so much more from being a trustee than I have given. It has been a real privilege to work with both the administration and the extraordinary group of people that make up the board. I have also really enjoyed the interaction that I've had with colleagues along the way. I have learned something from every person I have worked with and every project we have taken on. I have genuine friends who have added immeasurably to my life and have supported me when I needed it most. At a time when social circles got really small, the last 2 years of COVID, the work I did with this group of amazing people kept me connected to things I really cared about. I hope that the work that we have done has supported and added to your education and your experience here. Selfishly, I'd like to think so, and with that assumption, it is gratifying to help you celebrate your many accomplishments, to contemplate your bright futures, and to know that Shipley was a part of making that possible. In a few minutes, Mr. Turner and Mr. Ryan will confer your diplomas, and you will be official Shipley graduates. Right now, I'd like to take a moment of silence and ask you to reflect on your time at Shipley. For just a short minute, think about the people who loved you and supported you up to this moment. Your parents and family, teachers and administrators, coaches and directors, your classmates, teammates, your friends. I hope you include yourself in that list. You have worked hard and you have persevered. So just for a moment. The people that you are thinking about or just thought about, they are so proud of you right now. If I can ask something of you, pick 3 or more, and I hope your parents are on the list. And in the next several weeks, make a point of letting them know how they impacted your life and say thank you. As you leave here today, know that there is so much for you to look forward to, regardless of the challenges you encounter. There are a lot of different parts of your life that are important, and it won't always be clear how they fit together. But you can keep adding glass, can keep turning the kaleidoscope to form different patterns. You can change the direction the kaleidoscope is pointing to change perspective, and you can shake it if you really need to. Just keep working until the picture you see is beautiful and comfortable and fulfilling. There is always room to move towards opportunity. So enjoy your summer, enjoy college. Always know that those people you thought of during our moment of silence, everyone here at the school and many others you meet along the way will be cheering you on. We can't wait to see and hear about the great things that you will do. We look forward to welcoming you back as alumni in the very near future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brooksley. I hope the graduates recognize what Mr. Ryan said, how difficult that was. I know for Brooksley, someone who believes in servant leadership and puts others first. So thank you for stepping up and delivering such a thoughtful and personal address. At this time, I'd like to invite Mr. Ryan, Chris Ryan, head of Upper School, to assist with the awarding diplomas, as well as Assistant Head of Upper School and Academic Dean, Patty Lyon, to read the names of our graduates.
I must adjust the mic. The shortest one on the stage, I hope you all noticed. I will begin now by saying the names of all of our graduates. Please rise, first row. Griffin Jacob Chulik. Mira Patel. Dylan Mark Adamchuk. Sage Jasmine Edelman. Aisha Jamila Ali. Saraf Usana. Emma Jane Baker. Rebecca Baker. Tommy Ball. Michael Benjamin Barron. Evelyn Rose Woodward Bedrick. Peter Elbick Wolfgang Berthold. Ivan Henry Bienkowski. Michael William Block. Thomas McRory Block. Evan Christopher Buckley. Sarah Ann Kaplan. Samuel Tobias Chairman. Chang Chen Chen. Lily Elizabeth Chizusky. Margaret Grace Conley Farnham. Christopher Ryan Cook. Samuel Mark Kotsarelis. Justin Anthony Curran. Madeline McGinnis Day. Adam Brown Deitch. Andrew James Dietrich. Bo Isaiah Donaldson. Yi Hang Dong. Sydney Morgan Faragalli. Hannah Isabel Ruth Fisher. Ella T. Fox. Peter James Armistead Gillen. Jaden Simone Griffin. Rita Marie Grimmig. Gavin Gutierrez. Adair Shannon Hazel. Owen Dowd Heckscher. Matthew Ryan Homan. Sabrina Nicole Naomi Imes. Jack Aiden Jameson. Olivia Bryn Calliner. Morgan Noel Kane. Asher Morgan Levy. Dylan James Letts. Alexander Richard McCready's. Kendall Shannon McCabe. Sarah Shander McDonald. Kaylin Elizabeth McMichael. Brett Andrew Mendelson. Brett Harrison Mesro. Luca Joseph Morabito. Alyssa Rula Morrison. John Campbell Myers. Colby Joe Nelson Brody. Ella McLean Naveau. Alexander Evert Orr. Owen Michael Avchar. Isabella Sophia Purdy. Joang Alex Chien. Chin Mu. Kwani Jenny Chu. Lauren Elise Red Cross. Yuan Amy Wren. Sophia Claire Rotman. Sabrina Rose Scartapane. Emily Jacqueline Skolnick. John Gabriel Talcott Slater III. Willow Elizabeth Gibson Southwell. Isabel Violet Steckman. Niels T. Stroutnix. Samuel James Toledo. Olivia Lee Turgeon. Amira Grace Trueblood. Peyton Michelle Turner. Joshua James Ewell. Jake Williams Vickers. Jake Thomas Wechter. Claudia Page Wine. Vivian Yixing Wu. Gianni Nancy Young. Nicholas David Zimmerman. Courtney Mara Zuccarini. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Congratulations to the class of 2020, the Shipley School's newest alumni. Congratulations to their family. What'd I say? You know, time has lost all meaning. It actually says 22 in my notes as well. On a personal note, I do want to thank everyone on that ironic moment. Yesterday in our all-colleague meeting, this isn't on script, there was a moment, it went a little longer than it should. And the reason was was it felt like not the end of a year, but the end of a period, of a time. And that set heavy with us and important with us as colleagues. It was an emotional day here on campus, which is not usually the case when students aren't around. That's not how I meant that joke. But it is significant. And I do hope, both with Ms. Wiley's comments and the poetry read by Ms. Lyon and all the salutations and congratulations and readings and songs that you heard this week, that you really do take the advice of Ms. Wiley and pick just a couple of people or a whole bunch of people and hug them and say thank you this week for this phase of your journey and for them speeding you along the way. It has been a remarkable, long, hard, beautiful, terrible, and fantastic journey to this point. Thank you for doing it with courage and grace. Thank you for honoring the school and for going off and doing amazing things. So with that, I invite everyone to stand as they are able and join in the singing of our Shipley School song. The lyrics are in your program.
Dear class of 2022, as an avid gardener, I've learned a lot from the time I've spent in the garden, and I pass that advice along to you as we say farewell for now. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. It's that type of work that makes you feel fulfilled. Bloom where you're planted. Whether you are in a fertile field or in a sidewalk crack, stretch high for the light and reach deep for the nutrients. Be your best self wherever you are. Don't let a cold winter or less than ideal conditions slow you down. Use that time for growth and reflection so that you can come back each year bigger, stronger, and better than you were before. Finally, I have learned that to plant a garden is to have faith in the future. Shipley has faith in your future. We trust that it's your time to go out and make your mark in the world.